Hey, what's going on, guys? Friday afternoon, looking to kill some time today. Don't have much going on. Got a little bit of work I have to do, but I'm just really trying to get this work day over. So I figured I'd just go live, talk to some of you guys, and you know, kill some time. Want to say hi to everybody at home that's watching this after the fact. Thanks for watching the stream. I really appreciate it. Um, Hope you get something out of it. Uh, So yeah, just got some work I have to do this afternoon for the road job. Gonna do that and just figured I'd hop on, you know, hang out with everybody, just talk a little bit. I didn't see anybody else online right now, really. I know Dana Invest is on, but nobody else. So I just figured I'd jump on and, give everybody something to listen to and talk to. Hey Jennifer, how are you? Yes, let's get those pennies. We're getting there. Live on Monday got me another 20-ish hours. Yeah, it was about 20 hours. So let's see. I now have 2,230 hours, which means I still have 1,770 to go. But who's counting? I mean, we're going to be chasing pennies for a while, but it'll give us something to do during the day and let me kill some time while I work, especially when I'm getting bored. Hey, Amber, Outcountry Sales, how you guys doing? Glad you could stop in. How's your Friday going? Do you guys have any yard sales left in your area? I know it's getting pretty cold. We still have some this weekend, but not nearly as many as we used to. Yeah, because like this morning it was about 30 degrees. So I found a couple for tomorrow. I'm going to try to hit those up early. Hopefully people actually set up because it's supposed to be around freezing again tomorrow morning. So I don't know if they will. The yard sale I'm going to go to is out in this area, Warminster. There's advertises like a 5-family yard sale. So I figure with 30-degree temperatures, maybe 1 or 2 of the 5 set up. I figured I'd have a better chance of finding somebody there than just going to a one-off sale and somebody just saying, screw it, it's too cold, I'm not doing it. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Yeah. No more yard sales. That sucks. I don't know what I'm going to do over the next couple months because I was starting to really enjoy these yard sales, and looking at my thrift stores lately, the prices have been going up. And I mean, we're all experiencing that. The prices are going up at the thrift stores. But a couple of my key ones, they've started to look things up themselves online and started to price their things a little higher. So that's not fun when your honey holes, starts raising their prices as well because they see what stuff's actually going for. So yeah, this next couple of months, I got to figure out what I'm going to do sourcing wise. Might hit up a couple more auctions, do a little more Facebook Marketplace, a little more Craigslist. Only problem is you don't really get as much videos out of that stuff as you do with the yard sales and the thrift stores. Not that I'm sourcing for videos, but you kind of want to document it and have some stuff to put online at the same time. Just listing today, nice. I got some of that I have to do. I took some pictures last night while watching the football game. I just got to draw up those drafts now and attach the images. Sorry, yeah. So today I am working. I still have some stuff I have to do for the full-time job to end the week. So I may occasionally, just get a little quiet if I'm looking at an email or doing something for a customer because of the projects. But I'll be here talking, reading the chat, and hopefully, get this done and we can just really joke around. I actually have a couple hours today that I'm able to be on, which is rare. Freebie alerts and retail arbitrage is where we are heading. Nice. I saw freebie alerts. I looked at that in my immediate area. I haven't seen anything good that I'd actually run out for. I still have the app, so I'm going to keep more of an eye on it now than I did before. Retail arbitrage, it's hard for me. I've tried. I look at stuff. I just don't see the margins that I see with a yard sale or a thrift store. So I kind of don't get excited about it. But if I want to eventually go full-time one day, I need to look at that a little more. Even if it is just a double up or a almost double up, it's still profit. So I should be looking at it. If I decide to get more into Amazon, then I'll definitely be looking at retail arbitrage more. Been starting to look into that. So maybe there'll be some retail arbitrage in my future. I mean, the thrift stores keep going up. I'm going to have no choice. All right. So I kind of tried to save my most boring work for today. That way I can kind of just half pay attention to that while I do, this live. Kind of been slacking, not putting in all the work I've been doing over the last month into our reporting system. So I figured I'd do that today while I'm talking, because that's easy. And if I get distracted, I get distracted. But I just literally have to put in, what I've done for what customers and when I did it and how long it took. Big brother making sure we're working. We just started doing Amazon, so I'll keep it. Yeah, I definitely do. I've heard so many people are starting to do Amazon, which is pretty cool. It seems like it's like the next wave now. Like everybody got through yard sale season, and now they all want to jump on Amazon. I guess it's kind of natural just with the weather turning and not being able to go outside as much. Have you on in background currently work? Yeah, that's why I turned this on. Like I'm always listening to the lives during the daytime, and it's hard to listen to a lot of pre-records while I'm working. I mean, I could set up a playlist or a watch later and just let it run. But then sometimes I get caught up in those and want to start watching what's actually going on in the videos. And then it's just not on in the background while I work. So I figure, since nobody else is live right now, I would, well, not no one, just there aren't many people live. I figured I'd jump on, and give other people something to listen to. Reseller Dens, how are you? Good afternoon. What time is it out in your area right now? Been watching a little bit of your videos. I definitely enjoy them. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's kind of important for me to put this stuff in too, because when I go out and see customers, we don't have like company vehicles or anything like that. So I actually can get reimbursed for all that mileage. And some of my customers are actually up to 2.5 hours away. So you figure 4 to 5 hours worth of driving some days for a meeting. That mileage kind of adds up and turns into a nice check at the end of the month. I think last month I probably drove a little over 400 miles for work. So yeah, that turned into a nice little check. 4 p.m. Okay, not bad. Heading into the late afternoon hours. Now, Reseller Dens, are you doing this full time or do you do it part time? I can't remember. Been watching so many new people lately that I've never watched before that I kind of get everybody confused until I really start watching like a ton of videos of theirs. Yeah, I hate doing all this tracking though, because it just makes you feel like they're watching every little thing you do, which, I mean, I guess it makes sense. But yeah, it still sucks. Oh, I can send me that. Yes, make sure you hit that like button. It's always good to hit that. Maybe they'll start pushing out the live a little bit. Yeah, so subscriber update. We are up to 924. Last I looked, let me double check. Yep, up to 924 now. So back to getting like anywhere from 2 to 5 every day. Some days, depending on the live that I'm in and watching, it could go a little higher. I had 2 days earlier this week where I got 9 and 11. So some of the lives, if I pop in there and it's not one I'm normally in, you know, I'll get a nice little bump. But typically 2 to 5 per day, which I'm happy with. And with my goal to be at 1,000 by December 16th, which is my 1 year anniversary on YouTube of actually making videos, that'll get me there. Yeah, it'll get me really close if I'm not there, but I'm pretty sure I will be there by then. Reseller Dens is currently 3/4 reselling and 1/4 bookkeeping. Okay, nice. Karen's at the beach. Hey, how are you? How you doing this Friday afternoon? Any good plans for the weekend? Call from an old company asking me to come back for 6 to 8 weeks, which I agreed to. Okay, so videos will be few and far between for the next 2 months. Okay, but hey, as long as you're still able to do your reselling and then get that extra more money working for that company, that's pretty good. It's worth slowing down on videos for a few weeks. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Now, is the bookkeeping just, you know, end of the year, just companies tying up their financials and then, you know, getting ready for taxes, or what would you be doing for them? Better than me. I'm at 390 and been doing this for 2 years. I've noticed with the sports cards, people that I follow, like the subs don't go as high as some of the reselling. I don't know what it is. I see like the views are good. There's a good community there. A lot of people, I just don't see like a ton of subs. I just don't know if there's not as many people watching or just people just very clicky. I'm not sure. I was thinking of actually doing a breaks channel. Once this gets to 1,000, I was thinking of doing that on the side. I used to open cards on this channel as well, but I know a lot of the resellers, they don't care about that. So those are usually my worst performing videos. So I thought about just making a separate sports card channel and, you know, just open my cards there. We do that just for fun, me and the boys. And we do that, keep the cards we want, and then resell the rest to go buy more cards. So that's something I probably do on the other channel, if I do it. Absolutely, they're very flexible and allow me to do that. That's awesome. That's really cool. 2 clients are weekly finance updates, and the rest are end of year taxes. Okay. Hey, that's not bad. I mean, to do that in addition to everything else you're doing right now, that's definitely a nice little bit of extra money, which everybody can always use, especially this time of year with the holidays. So I hope this sounds a little better today. I was watching the replay from Monday, and I just wasn't happy with it. I don't know what was going on with my sound that day. I'm using the same earpieces that I've always used. And when I used to do the lives months ago, there was typically no issue. But this time it just didn't sound as good. I don't know why. Hoping that changes. If not, I'm looking to get in some other kind of microphone or something like that. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen too many. I know a couple card shops and like guys that go to like card shows. I know I've seen them with higher subtotals, which makes sense because, you know, they're going around the country adding people and just, especially the break groups. I know they've got a lot. And of course, there's Jabs. Jabs, his channel is just insane with how many people follow him. But yeah, a lot of the ones that I actually enjoy watching that are just breaking cards open to have some fun. Yeah, I usually just don't see a ton of subs there. Hey, Tracy, things are going good. How are you today? Figured I'd jump on since there weren't that many people online right now, and I am trying to catch up on some watch hours. So I figured I'd just come on, talk a little bit while I'm working and, you know, hopefully close that gap a little bit now that we're closing in on 1,000. Sorry, typing up this report of what I did with this customer a couple weeks ago. I'm trying to remember what I did. So Tracy, are you guys going to be live this weekend? I don't know if I saw a thumbnail yet from Tommy. Hey, Flippin' Goodies, how are you? Good to see you. Hope all's well. That one's good. Yeah, so how many of you guys were watching Jake's show last night? Oh my God, that was freaking hilarious. That was such an entertaining show last night. For those that don't know, Yakov Benz, you guys have to go check him out. Sub to him. He's live on Thursday nights, and it's just some of the funniest stuff on YouTube you will ever see. Just listening to him talk and interact with the chat. And last night was no different. We had him going. I still have to watch that. I haven't had a chance, but I heard that was a hilarious show. Very hilarious. But yeah, we had Jake last night going for a while. Misha kept saying FSG, which, you know, you guys see me in other lives. A lot of people just call me FSG, Flipping Sports Guy short. And she called me that. And only on Twitch now. Oh, I'm not surprised if it got as crazy as I've heard. Could see Tommy taking it down from YouTube. But yeah, last night she started calling me FSG, like in the chat, and Jake kept going through going, what is FSG? I missed that. What is FSG? And he just kept going on. And guys, it was just hilarious. There we go, Misha, FSG. Yeah, Jake kept trying to figure it out. And then Jake's eventually got to the point where he's like, you guys are all saying it now. This has to be a curse word. He started to look it up on Google, trying to find what FSG was on Google to see what it stood for. And he's like, I can't say it. When I find it, I'm not going to say it because I know it's a curse word. And he's just going through. You got to go back. He's got 2 streams last night because he tried to go take us on a road trip and he accidentally closed the stream. So it kind of happened at the tail end of his first stream. But the second video he posted, it's at the very beginning and it's hilarious. Like he's trying to get it, figure it out. And all of us just kept going on and everybody's like, FSG's been here in front of you all night. FSG this, FSG that. And he's just like, what am I missing, guys? What am I missing? And eventually he saw me say something about FSG. And I think he noticed it when he read the Flipping Sports Guy and then it was FSG. I think that's when he finally noticed it. And he was like, wait a minute, FSG, Flipping Sports Guy. It was just the funniest thing. Like he had no clue and he was going on and on. It was just the funniest thing. What's up, Lewis? How are you, man? Lewis is another one, guys, closing in on 1K. So if you haven't followed him, you need to check out Lewis. He's also got some great stuff going on with auctions, and he's going to be doing some auctions for charity right now during the holiday season, which is pretty awesome. Lewis is a good guy, and we definitely should get in there. Oh, Misha, somebody told him? I didn't even catch that somebody actually told him and he figured it out. Well, that sucks. I thought he actually just finally figured it out on his own. But yeah, even without that, it was just funny. Like he had absolutely no clue and was just going on and on. Like he initially tried to ignore it and we just kept pressing on it just to see if he would figure it out. And it was, yeah, it was just a funny show. He eventually did take us on his road trip to go get product he's also got at his father-in-law's house. So it's a lot of product he's got. Yeah, no problem, Lewis. Appreciate you stopping in, man. It's a good thing you're doing for the kids too with that auction. That'd be, like I was saying earlier in Johnny's show, that'd be awesome if you hit 1,000 during that. That'd be kind of entertaining. Gate City Paul, how are you? Good afternoon. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. So does anybody still have yard sales going on in their area? I know Amber said in their area they are done. In my area, they're virtually done. I'm sure Tracy's still going to have stuff like that going on for a little while, but what about everybody else? And if yard sales are done in your area, what do you plan on doing to keep inventory coming in? Whoa. Cincinnati Picker. What's going on, John? How are you? Thanks for coming in. Garage sale this morning. How cold is it out there in Cincinnati right now? Out here by Philly, it was 30 degrees this morning. Hey, Ed, how you doing? Glad you could stop in, buddy. You guys don't have yard sales over there. That's right. Ed's going to be doing flea market, and yard sales are always plentiful here. Where are you at again, Ed? Obviously less than summer, yep. Car boots, that's right. Yeah, it was 30 degrees here this morning. The kids woke up and went to go to school, and they saw frost all over the place. And they're like, it's wintertime. It's wintertime. I'm like, yeah, go get a hoodie, go get a jacket. You actually have to wear clothes now instead of just wearing shorts and a t-shirt to school. Out here in Philly area, it kind of just like flips like a switch. Jennifer knows, being in Delaware, like it just goes from warm to cold. In a week or two, we might have warm again and then go back to cold. I'm just glad football's over. Our last game was 2 weeks ago. Our last practice was last Thursday. And since our team did not make the playoffs, we are done. All right, Ed's in Southern California. 45 degrees here, 5 to 6 sales tomorrow. Okay, not bad. I've got one area I'm going to try. There's a couple one-offs all over the place, but I've got one area that's got a multi-family sale, about 5. I was talking about it a little while ago, about 5 yards. So I figured I'd go up there. I figure even if it's too cold, you think maybe 1 or 2 of the houses still might open up. So fingers crossed, because I do need some yard sale footage. It's been a long time since I got some, and I would like to put out one more yard sale video before this season is completely over. Cold here in NC, but still have sales. Lots of indoor stuff. Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of indoor flea markets in my area. So I think I'm going to try some of those over the next couple weeks and see how those are for source. And I've never tried to source at a flea market before, but I've seen a lot of you guys in your videos do quite well. So maybe the same here. Yes, Jen, it does suck. Near Long Beach. The thrift stores in my area aren't bad. I'm literally like probably like 5 minutes from Philly. So there are a ton of thrift stores in Philly and just outside of Philly. But there is also that many more resellers as well, and always going through everything. The couple thrift stores I typically go to have now started to raise their prices and look things up online, including my honey hole. So that's not that cool. But yeah, they're not bad. It's just getting harder to find good stuff, but that's why I need to expand my knowledge a little bit, which is why I spend so much time on YouTube watching lives and watching pre-records to see what other people sell and what they're looking for. I spent $800 at Walmart. Lots of $5 Black Friday sales. I heard quite a few people going to Walmart this morning. Heard it was quite well. Love the cooler weather. We had a nice 57. Oh, I can't, Tracy. I can't. I'm warm weather. I live in Philly area, and the funny thing is I like snow. I love snow, actually. If it's going to be cold, I'd rather it snow. That way can make the cold worthwhile. But if it's not snowing, I'd rather it be 70 degrees and up all the time. Sorry for the cold. I source auctions and thrift style, occasionally flea market. Okay. Can do well flea markets, just to look harder for the stuff. Not much. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, in my area, right down the road, I'm actually probably like 5-10 minutes from Philly Picker Joe. And I know he goes to some of the flea markets in Philly, even during the spring and summer he was. So I might talk to him and see where he goes and maybe try to get together with him and see what the flea markets are like in our area. There's not Ontario, California? Huh. Didn't know that. November and December. By January, I'm over it. See, here we don't get too much before January. If we get anything in Philly, it's usually like, inch here, 2 inches here, the occasional 6 inch. In November and December, if we get any big storms, it's between January and March, and that's really what I look for. I'm a weather nut, so big storms, blizzards, big snow, thunderstorms, hurricanes. I love all that stuff just because, I like following it and tracking it just because I love weather. Joe is cool. Yes, I have unfortunately not met up with Joe Philly Picker yet, but we talk all the time. We actually probably cross paths a lot and not even realizing it. Just a couple months ago, his son was actually playing baseball up the street at one of the fields about 5 minutes from my house. And we go to some of the same thrift stores, actually a lot of the same thrift stores. We always joke around like, I know that store when I watch his videos. And we've actually kind of crossed paths almost on the similar days too, which is funny. But yeah, he's right there. He's just one of the people I really want to meet up with just because we are so close. The only other person I've met so far is that Philly flipper guy. Happy my thrift stores are still reasonable. Not a lot of shoes resellers in my area. A lot of clothing resellers, but not many in my niche. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I actually don't feel I have a niche right now. I kind of just go whatever looks like a good bargain, and I try to venture out a little bit and look at other stuff. And then I wind up putting it back, go home, research it, and I'm like, you know what? I'll definitely look for that the next time I go out. I guess that's just part of being a newbie, and especially part-time newbie who doesn't really dedicate too much time to this yet. I'm hoping maybe later in 2022 I could do this more, maybe full-time, but I don't know if my wife's going to allow that, and I wouldn't blame her. Now that there's a family, there's some stability I need with the insurance and all that. On the road, finally going home. So blanket, hello. Hey, Ella, how are you? Hope your trip was going well. Hope you got a bunch of cool stuff to sell when you get back. Around here, this is grind time. The few sales are, you got to be there early. Also help if you have a death pile to work through. See, the problem with me is my death pile has been getting worked through a lot the last couple months. I coached football for the last 3 months. Yeah, August, September, October. So that took every Saturday for 3 months and multiple nights during the week. So I wasn't able to get to yard sales, and I wasn't able to source like I normally would. So that kind of killed me. I was able to still keep listing because I had so much in my garage, but that pile is now starting to dwindle down. I'm probably down to about 1 rack of inventory, where before I had, 2 racks, boxes, bags. I've gotten through a lot of that stuff. Paul Antonelli, hey, how are you? How's your move going? Have you officially moved yet or still packing up? You did. I'm happy when we get 40 degrees here. Oh, I just can't. It's like a nightly fight in my house. My wife, she loves the cold, so she wants the windows open, and me, I'm like, no, shut the window, turn on the heat. So we usually compromise somewhere in the middle. And I'm crazy. Hello, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I just feel like I've seen more resellers, but I don't know any here that do YouTube yet. Yeah, in my area, I do. I see so many resellers, especially on Saturday morning. The one thrift store, if I go in there on a Saturday, I see multiple people with their phone out, or I see them there. And then when I go to the next thrift store, I see them there. So I know there's a lot of resellers around. I just, haven't seen them officially because a lot of them don't do YouTube. That's the crazy thing. We all think, like, a lot of people think we're the only ones that do this, but there are a ton of people who would never even think of doing YouTube. Philly Flipper is pretty great, to be honest. Y'all's videos are funny. Yeah, the funniest thing about the videos is him and his camera being right here. Like, you never saw me on any of the ones he did. Just because of the angle he has, it's kind of funny. Like, I don't know, he's just so tall. He really is. Jules Bryce, hi from the UK. Hi, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. Good to have you. There, but Madrid, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't. It's very different what some people want to show. If they want to show it, I know, and that's why some resellers that don't do YouTube get mad. But you know what? if they're getting mad about it, it means they're also watching it themselves. So they're probably also picking up on some places that they normally don't go to or things they normally don't source. So at the same time, it might have helped them as well expand their business and what they do. Just a thought. A lot to keep to themselves. Yep. Wow. I actually got a little behind, but everybody's saying hi to each other. Still at it. Now, when do you officially plan on moving? Is there anywhere we have a load? Okay. Lots of private pick. Oh, good luck, John. Hope you get some good finds. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. All right, let me get this one in. Yeah, I was trying to think of where else I can go tomorrow. Even some of the thrift stores I normally go to, I haven't gone to in a while. So if that yard sale doesn't pan out, I'm probably just going to go there, see if things have gotten any better, see if there's anything worth getting. I got to get better on my calendar putting in the drive time. I just put the meeting in and try to figure out how much I drove when I pull out this reporting sheet. Found that even if you show people where you get your stuff, and 99% don't do anything about it. That too, I was actually kind of surprised with the one place I call my honey hole. In some of my older videos, I called it the barn because it's a thrift store in a barn. I thought it was all unique, thought I was finding great finds, and I was finding great finds in there every time I went. But lately I've been seeing on other YouTube videos and on Instagram, other people go there. Like I know Joe goes there once in a while, but there's been people in his chats that go, stop talking about the barn. Like to Joe, like that's my spot. I'm like, wait, that's my spot. And then I have a couple people on Instagram saying, hey, have you been to this place lately? And I'm like, you go there too? I'm like, it explains why over the last year, that place has had less and less because more people are going there. Don't know if it's because of YouTube or just more people are out doing reselling in general and trying to make a little extra money. But some of those places that used to be really good for me, not even price wise, they've dried up. I don't know if it was also post lockdown boost that these places had so much good stuff. I don't know. Kind of funny when they get mad saying you're exposing our secrets. Yeah. So there's not much secret on going into a place that's a thrift store, buying cheap and selling high. Like the secret is how do you determine what you're going to sell? How are you going to make money off of it? And is it worth your time? You know, how many resellers there are in my Goodwill until I started watching YouTube. Now you can pick out everyone. Exactly, Jen. Like once you start seeing what everybody does in the store, you can kind of tell, especially when you see like especially at the outlets when you just see carts overflowing and then seeing the people on the side just going through everything. To get up north and check out some homes for sale. Okay. I can't imagine how much stuff you have to pack. I just can't. David M., how are you, buddy? Glad you're able to stop in. I told you I'd have some daytime ones earlier where you can stop in and say hello. Glad you can come. Warcraft, Ohio, how are you? Good to see you. You also do a very part-time, so that's why. Yeah, I do. I very part-time. There's a couple I could probably hit up daily right around me. I just, once I'm done work, I just don't feel like it. Right, good to watch. I'm off to cook dinner. All right, Reseller Dens, thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it. If it's not on Google, there is no thrift store secret. That's true. Very true, Tracy. Warcraft, Ohio. I just sell sports cards. I can't imagine trying to resell all kind of things. Yeah, I used to do just sports cards when I was in like college for a little bit for extra money. And what I would do, it was back, late 90s, early 2000s when, junk wax era cards were still cheap. I would, get boxes of late 80s and early 90s cards for under $10 plus shipping on eBay. Sometimes get cases on eBay cheap. And then I would just start, breaking out like, okay, here's 7 packs of card for $10 shipped. And people would buy those just hoping to get a rookie card. Now those same boxes, I wish I had kept them. Like, granted, it gave me extra money while I was in college. nowadays, those same boxes that I was getting for $10 shipped, $10, $15 back in the early 2000s and late 90s, those boxes are going for like 30 to 60 bucks now. I'm like, oh my God, like, and the cards, they're the same cards. They're shit. They are shit cards. And people are still buying it up like crazy at those prices. Like, yeah, a box of 1987 Topps, a wax box, you might get 1 or 2 bonds, but are you going to make back your 50 bucks? Maybe if it came back perfect 10 from PSA, but after all the money you spent and the likely damage on the cards from the gum stain from a piece of gum being in there for 25 years now, those boxes, those just aren't worth it to me anymore. It just blows my mind for what they sell for now compared to back then. I think that's why at the flea market, you expect almost everyone there looking to resell with their wagons overflowing. That's true. And the people there, it's kind of like they're a middleman of the middleman. They find it from their source, then sell to you guys. They get their little markup. They're happy. And you're going to get your markup and you're happy. Yeah, I really got to try these flea markets and see what's up at those. Some more posts from resellers getting out, selling off their inventory. And I did an auction Wednesday selling off box lots of stuff. I have seen that. I have heard people saying that. Heard some people just also trying to get rid of their death piles, so they're selling off the lots just so they can go source more, which that doesn't make sense to me, because at that point, I believe you're going to sell off your inventory to go source more. What are you going to do? Create another death pile, because obviously you couldn't keep up with the sourcing before, I mean, the listing before. But I guess maybe some of the stuff was stale, so they just want to dump it and restart. I don't know. I saw it was Victoria's show. I was watching her this morning with Larry, and they both were talking about getting off of eBay. And I've seen a lot of people talking about getting off of eBay and working on, Amazon and other avenues of reselling. I don't quite understand it. I've heard people's reasonings why they're going to get off eBay, but I don't understand why they would completely get off the platform. But that's another story. So crafty. Yeah, like to me, I mean, eBay's got their problems. Oh, probably their death pile was months ago when they knowledge wasn't great. And now they know better. Yeah, that could be a good reason too. That could be one. Yeah, I know a lot of people were complaining lately about eBay fees and all that stuff, but I just forget who I was talking to about it. The people that are complaining about just the fees, I don't think really take into account how much it would cost to have a storefront or have people that work for you. The fees on eBay, yeah, they can be annoying. They can be a little bit higher, but it is what it is. It's the cost of doing business. If you're looking at the little things like that instead of the overall picture, then maybe you shouldn't be doing a lot of this stuff. There's a bigger picture to everything. If you focus on one small little detail, you're just going to get lost in that and not do what you need to do. What do I think about that video this morning? All right. There was a video this morning from Storage Hunter. I don't know, Jen, if you want to get that link and post it. He was talking about eBay trying to get rid of storage, like guys who buy storage auctions, not letting, or storage units, not letting them post on eBay anymore. They were telling him he needed receipts and invoices for the stuff he was listing and trying to sell. And he doesn't have much stuff in his store. He said he's got a very small store. He posted some concert t-shirts, like vintage, and they wanted to see invoices or receipts of where he got it. And all he was able to produce was the invoice from the storage company that he bought the unit from. And eBay said that's not good enough, and they shut his store down. He's been shut down for 7 days. Let me catch up real quick, and then I'll go back into that. Yeah. Uninformed crazy talk. Yep. Yeah. That's the thing. The fees are what they are, and they're everywhere. Oh, wow. Tracy, that sucks. Justin, how are you, buddy? Flipping account. Glad you could stop in. She's doing awesome on Amazon. That can make sense. All right, Jen just posted the link. If you want to see that later. Yeah, he talked about that. He had an eBay rep on the phone and was going back and forth with her about it. And she was saying you just need to send us a picture of the item, which that doesn't make sense to me because you got a picture of the item in your listing, unless they just want to see that you physically have a copy of it. But to me, there was just a lot of stuff in the story being missed. Like, what did he leave out? Okay, it doesn't make sense that eBay would want us all to start producing invoices and receipts for everything we get. Like, we all know we go to a yard sale. Can we go to a yard sale and get a receipt? No, not necessarily. Sorry, the fly. Pawn shops because of that, and that makes true. That makes sense. Like, and that's what I was thinking with Storage Hunter. I was wondering if maybe there was a Vero claim, or eBay just wanted to make sure these concert shirts he had were legit. I don't know. It just seemed very weird. He put this out and mentioned everything with his, but I feel like a lot was left out. Like, so it's hard to tell. I know a lot of people are like, I can't believe eBay is going to be doing this now. That doesn't make sense either, because it already came out that eBay is losing buyers. eBay is losing sellers. Profits have gone up with their fees, but the overall items have gone down. Why would they want to start taking off more people from their platform and just want people that are selling their stuff? They don't want that. They want to make money. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, there's a lot left out. And the other part of me was wondering if this is just somebody looking for attention. He's got almost 27,000 subs. He's been on the show Storage, whatever Storage Hunters or whatever it was. But his videos get 500 views. So is he just looking for attention? I don't know. That's just an assumption on my part. But the video itself doesn't make sense. And I'd love to see some other people talk about it before I really start thinking like eBay's starting to want to see invoices and receipts, because they want it from just people who buy storage units. That's not possible, and that doesn't make sense. Yeah, Jen, I don't know what to think. It's just, the whole thing is just weird. Crackdown on dropshipping, that's a possibility. That could be a possibility. Neither have I. eBay can't require me. Makes no sense, especially in new stuff. Exactly. And when he was talking to the rep, he said, he's like, does this look like stuff I would be selling on my own? Out of my own personal house, because he had like shirts, a class ring, and stuff like that. And the rep said, yes, it does. And he's like, well, then why do I need to produce this? And she's like, because we need to see a picture. To me, that tells me there's something possibly going on with those concert shirts, or in the past there's something with that account, or he got the email about the shirts and it's a Vero, and to just get some interest to his YouTube page, he decided to blow it out of proportion and make a video about it and make it seem like eBay was doing wrong. I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to defend eBay, but the whole story, there's just something missing. Hey, Danielle, how are you? Glad you could stop in. That's possible. That's very possible. I mean, we see with sneakers now, and we see a lot of people would use sneakers. It's a threshold, I believe, was 150, trying to stay just below that. Just so they don't have to get it sent out to get authenticated. And if you're buying at a flea market or something where you're not sure, I can understand that. But that's something that could be happening. I believe he does have issues. Yeah, it just, something was really off, Jen, just really off. And also seeing 26,000 subs and only 500 views per video kind of made me go, Okay, so Chris saw it. Yeah, very clickbaity. It was. It just kind of screamed for attention. Even when Sarcastic Storage was talking about it, I was like, this just doesn't sound right. And watching everybody just instantly latch on, and that's kind of the one of the things that's turned me off to some of the chats, the way people just latch on to every piece of news now. And it's like, oh my God, this guy is falling. I could see why the YouTube channels that talk about the drama and the negative with all these platforms do so well, because people just latch onto it and that drama sells. Yeah, Exactly. Haven't seen the video, but if people are very vague about something serious like that, then there definitely is something they are hiding from the story. Yeah, he just kept asking, like, is this something you're going to be doing now? It seems like discrimination. Like, what? And then he did say, I use the term loosely. Um, but yeah, it just feel like everything is clickbait. I agree, Misha. On YouTube, I mean, if your video, especially on YouTube, if your video is going to get views, it's got to be somewhat clickbaity. I mean, look at this one, chasing YouTube pennies. I mean, Danny, right, Misha? Yep. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever been this far behind the chat, but it's probably the most I've ever talked to. Quitting eBay isn't very smart. The platform and audience they have is better than almost all other options. Agree. Um, I've cross-posted to a lot of these other sites. I've made sales on all the other sites. But at the end of the day, when you add it all up, I still do more on eBay than the other ones. Still do. They've been around forever. I also have the most comfort there, so I have the most items listed, but it's where I sell most of my stuff. Staying on eBay, I make money still, so it has always going to be something. Yep. And I know some people are saying eBay is about to raise their fees again. Okay. Fine with me. I'm not opening up a brick and mortar store, so if I want to sell online, then it's pay to play, and I'll pay. It is what it is. I'm sure if I sold those Cortezes on eBay, even though they were used, I'm sure it wouldn't.
What happened last
Yeah.
time to happen again? Would you?
Sorry, wife's on lunch. Now, whoa, that's a strange text. Who puts onions in mac and cheese? That's weird. She's a teacher's aide at a preschool, so I wonder if somebody's kid brought in onions in their mac and cheese or coworker. That's kind of strange. Off topic, but that is strange. Wow. People latch on way too easy. It takes me a while to trust anyone. Yeah, I'm getting that way now, Tracy. Now that I've been on YouTube chatting, making videos, and just watching more videos for over a year now, like I'm starting to really not trust a lot of people and not want to watch a lot of people until I start to see them on for a while and really start to see others that I know and talk to, follow them. Misery loves company. That is true. What's up, Julian? How are you? How you doing today? The thing I think of is he did that so he can scare some of his competitors. That's a possibility too. And one of them is right here, Philly Flipper. What's up, Paul? Paul, did you see that video about a storage hunter talking about eBay and storage units and not letting those people sell? Paul, you're guilty as shit. I have had some clickbaity stuff. I've had some friends watch some of the videos and they text me afterwards. They're like, really? I think I had the one where the guy started off. I just started off the clip with what was it? Are you filming me? And the guy got all mad. My buddy texted me afterwards. He was like, I really thought you were about to get your ass kicked. I got so scared. And it was nothing. I'm like, sorry. Got to do some clickbait sometimes. Macari way more than eBay, but definitely does better sales. Yeah. Do you trust Paul Tracy? I don't know. I think she might just be starting to come around. I mean, she definitely doesn't trust any advice. I mean, I can't give advice. I still so new on this. I'm trying to learn as much as I can from everybody else. I know you were one of my first serious followers on my channel. Always great to meet people here. Yeah, I mean, it's great. Yeah, I do have some amount of clickbait, but we all do. We have to. If you want to grow and have some views on your stuff, you do. If you're just boring and blah all the time and basic titles and basic thumbnails, you're just not going to get people watching. So you got to do what you got to do. Children's books, very safe voice. Oh, that's funny, Tracy. I tell you, this football season was kind of funny. Most of the coaches would always be yelling. I'd yell here and there. I'm just not a yeller, not a loud talker. And near the end of the season, some of the kids, they were just fooling around so much, not paying attention, that I started to yell. And there were a couple of days where we had just issues with refs or the other team, and I was getting loud. And everybody was shocked once they heard me start yelling. They're like, is that Coach? Is that really Coach? I'm like, yep. Like, it takes a while for me to, get a little more animated in my voice, a little more excited. But when I do, Philly Flipper, my last 10 videos had clickbait titles, and it's been my best month on YouTube. There you go. There you go. Odell, I don't want him. Keep him away from me. He could stay in Cleveland. Keep him, Roman. I don't want him. Keep telling you, I'm glad when he left. Do not want Odell around. I actually saw his name mentioned as the Giants being a possible sleeper for him because of all the injuries at wide receiver. I hope not. I do not want to see him come back because then it'll give those fans that didn't want him to leave the satisfaction of having him back and feeling like they were right, which is BS. The clickbait's at least relevant to the topic. It should be fine. I agree. You got to be somewhere close to what your title is or what your thumbnail is. It can't just be all out. Here's a title, here's a thumbnail, and then the video's got nothing to do about that. And we've seen that happen. You still look like a... Oh my God, that was funny. I forgot all about that. Yeah, Brian. Paul likes lime green words. Paul, it could be the name dropping too. Clout chasing, right? Paul, just start back in VCR, man. Oh my God, VCRs. Where is Jake? We got to see him pack something else heavy. Getting a little chilly in here. I had to close that window. I tell you, I still don't understand how Jake went through all that material and all that time to pack that VCR. He's not in Cleveland anymore. He gone. Julian. Anyone know who FSG is? Like I kept saying last night, FSG is an asshole. He really is. The guy's a jerk. Anybody that knows him will tell you he's a jerk. All right, good. Have to meet somebody to pick up the keys for the Boys and Girls Clubhouse for our end of the year party. Fairly well, you're actually achieving the title, so people will keep watching. Yeah, it's not truly clickbait, really, if your video matches what you show. Yep, cloud chasing is what they want to call it. I'll take it, so be it. Be cloud chasing. Oh, I'll tell you that phrase was pretty funny the first time I heard it, Paul. Cloud chasing. It really was. We need to open the shipping company and help people pack VCRs. See, I don't want to do that either. Lies. I'm not sure which I'm talking about. I'll check back in a bit, working my video. All right. Well, thanks for stopping in. Dead Zone Citizen. What's going on, man? How are you? Thanks for stopping in. Dr. Jennifer, how are you? How are things going today? Oh, let's see. So far, I've been able to kill about 50 minutes. Figured I'd put this on, and try to kill some of the work day. These Fridays, since I started working at home, have just gone slower and slower, even though I've got other stuff I could be doing at the house. All right, Julian, we'll see you. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, Paul, your channel, yeah, you've been taken off. Where was I just in? Oh, I was watching Dana Invest channel, and Larry Wayout was in there, and he was talking about the reseller rally and how much fun that was. And I mentioned how I was still bummed I couldn't go to that, but with the wedding, I kind of had no choice. But I said, I was like, yeah, that reseller rally was great for some people. Paul, your channel was already rising. And then after that, you kind of jumped on like a rocket ship and took off. So it really worked for you. Speaking of cloud chasing, he name dropped Leroy in his latest video. Uh-oh. How many subs is Leroy going to get out of that, Paul? Can't burn ourselves out either. That's true. Lies, FSG is a jerk. Some people would say otherwise. Yeah. There are definitely some people that would say otherwise. Work has been steady day, eating lunch. All right, cool. Thanks for stopping in on your lunch break. I appreciate that. Ed, I definitely plan on going next year, as long as it's not in the middle of any of my sports seasons, because I do coach basketball, baseball, and football. if they have it next year, I will be there. I don't know if that's something they're going to do every year or just want to do every couple years just to kind of, keep people anticipating it and not kind of like dull it out, because it seems like there's a ton of reseller meetups now. Seems like every couple weeks on YouTube, you're hearing about another reseller meetup with somebody, and then the occasional bigger one that people really travel for. It's funny, but I don't know, a little harsh on SG. Well, gotta be. I mean, I'm kind of harsh on some people sometimes. I know Leroy texted me yesterday when we were watching Mo on the that whatever show that was he was on last night. He said I was a little harsh, and I was. I can be, but that's part of being a smartass. Sometimes you go a little too far. I think my video is probably single digits. Big Ed's video. More than we get from. Oh well, that's a fact. I mean, Leroy will probably get more subs from your video than Roman gets views on his videos. Apparently, they're going to host it again next year. If they do, I'm going to do everything I can to be there. Obviously, those guys, they're so busy. I'm sure it depends on what their work's like. You talk too much, man. I do. And he does too. Both of us do. Philly Paul. Misha. Yeah, that's what I thought, Tracy. I thought they were saying we'll see, and we'll just figure out when to have one again. Like it didn't seem like they were dead set on having an issue, because I think the one prior to that was a couple years before, wasn't it? Boom, roasted Ray. What's up, Raz? How you doing, buddy? Pricing now, but not sure if it will be eBay that will be the debut listing. All right, what'd you do? Get some inventory? Would you to post? How are things going? Are you having that other surgery next week? It's the details, man. Talking too much is my favorite. Oh my God, yeah. Doing a live like this by myself, I definitely talk too much and definitely put my foot in mouth sometimes. It's pretty entertaining. Afterwards, I can always say like, oh my God, you really said that? Huh. Just create your own meetup. Yeah. If somebody wants to meet somebody, just call them and say, hey, let's meet up. I was going to try and meet up with a couple people on Sunday, but we got some stuff going on around here, so I can't make it out. Somebody I really wanted to meet too, and then somebody I met already. It's going to be expensive, but I plan to have 10 eBay open. Now that I don't know if I would do. We'll see, but then again, I don't know because I'm part-time. Something like the rallies or something like that, I would, because I spend so much time, online with you people, talking and chatting and seeing what goes on in your life. I feel like I know everybody would love to meet the people and put the face to the person, like the real face. Bathroom one. Third surgery is Monday during the week. Okay. Good luck, man. Exactly, Paul. Like I've thought about that and I'm like, that's just work. Just too much work. I don't want to spend time setting something up like that. I know it's great, but at the same time, like, is it going to be worth it to put on all that effort? Tell Joe to set it up. Joe can't even remember to get the milk. How's Joe going to set that up? Actually, it comes to YouTube and eBay. He might be good with setting that up. The non-YouTube and eBay stuff. Anyone is welcome in Charlotte. I think in Florida's meetup is in March, but might be one in Texas around the same time. Okay. Yeah, I was down in Florida in late August, and there were a couple people I was trying to meet up with, but we had so much stuff planned with my family down there, just because we haven't seen them in almost 2 years, that I just didn't follow through with it and didn't want to break away from the family to go do that. Would have been cool. Was trying to set up some things with, like, Garbage Monster, Joey, was trying to see Drew. Yeah, it just didn't work out. Family first, always is with me. She wanted to take it to the Boss remix, but wasn't able to go because it was during the week. Bad part of being a part-time. Yeah, that was part of the reason why I didn't go to South Carolina for Dante's thing. Was as soon as I heard it was a Wednesday, it was just instantly a no-go for me. I knew there was no way I could make that work. What actually would have worked was if it was that weekend, because that was actually our bye week for football. So I would have been able to get away for a weekend and not had to worry about it. All right, Ed, I'll catch you later. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I think I might have a video this weekend, little unboxing. I just kind of bought something to take my little reselling game up a level. I figure if I'm going to start taking this more seriously, I got to start spending a little more money and get some more tools. So the onions with the mac and cheese. They're having a chili day at my wife's school. That's their lunch for the teachers. They have various people in doing chili as like a taste test. One person brought in mac and cheese with onions in it. Have any of you ever heard of mac and cheese with onions? I haven't. I've heard of plenty of things being inside mac and cheese, but not onions. Just need to do a meetup next to Jake's post office. It's amazing how close that post office was to Jake's house. Greensboro Ben's Thanksgiving weekend. Nice. Unboxing video. It's just a quick little one. Less than 5 minutes. Not that exciting, but it's definitely something that's going to help. It's definitely going to help me and everything. Hold it at Taco Bell. There you go. Crone will be right there. It doesn't matter where in the country, he will be there. Yeah, that was kind of creepy. He just walked in the house, went to the basement, and just walked out. It's funny. Like, I'm sure he has a key, but I didn't see him actually unlock anything. Did you guys? We're going to offer some. No one puts onion in mac and cheese. Right? That was so random to hear that. Jennifer, sacrilege. Yeah, that's, if you do mac and cheese, great. Okay. All right. So Tracy must have had that before. I've never heard of it. I have heard of the breadcrumb topping. I do that sometimes. Sometimes instead of breadcrumb topping, I'll actually do a Ritz cracker and just like crush those up and put it on top. But I've never heard of the onion. Now, I'm sure it also stood out more to my wife because she hates onions. So I'm sure she was like, so she also doesn't eat chili because she doesn't like spicy stuff. So I'm sure she was like, oh my God, mac and cheese, and then ate it and saw onion. That's just strange to me. I mean, I would try it. Just never heard of something like that. Oh, you're crazy, Chris. Don't even, come on now. You know I will never do an auction on my channel. What's up, Q? How you doing, man? How's your day going? But yeah, Tracy, my mac and cheese, I normally do, what cheeses do I normally have? I usually have like a three blend type of cheese. And then, yeah, I don't know why the recipe is like drawing a blank in my head right now that I'm on the spot. It actually would be cheap to do everything. We'll get a free taco. Everybody gets a free taco right now, Roman. Steal a base, steal a taco. World Series is over. There's one coming up. And mac and cheese. I'll tell you, I'll try it though. I would. It is true. I'll tell you, in the house, his camera video was so much clearer than his actual webcam. Like, I don't know if he should just like prop up his camera and start doing with that. I mean, his webcam's not bad quality. It's not. But it was just a lot clearer with the phone when he was inside the house. She is a chef. She is. Yo so boho, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. Caramelized onions are awesome mac and cheese. Okay. Interesting. Normally, only time I have caramelized onions is with my cheesesteak, but that's interesting. I'm telling you, I would try it. I definitely would. The Winston ones are too nice. She loves onions and everything. Took off her one job, yelled out, when did the summer's eve come in Tabasco flavor? No party at Oh, Roman. Cooking tacos for dinner. Yeah, we are having pizza and hot dogs for dinner because the kids have a winter fest at their school tonight, and then we have soccer at 8 o'clock. So we're just going to go to the winter fest. It's a fundraiser for the 6th grade, and we're going to go do that. And they're selling hot dogs and pizza. Yay! Yeah, I'm gonna make this happen. A craving onion mac now. That's great. Let me know how it turns out, Misha. Let me know. All right, let me see this text message. Oh, that sucks. One of the kids on my football team, midway through the season, went down in practice, bruised bones in his ankle and Achilles. Apparently, he's had like ankle injuries before, and he'd already been having tendon issues. This was about a month and a half ago now. And as mom just said, he's still in pain, still bruised, and actually needs surgery on his foot. But they're holding off to see if custom inserts and physical therapy will work without doing surgery. And that's crazy. Kid's 11 years old and has that much foot issues already. That I feel bad for him. eBay and Amazon. Wow, Misha. Doesn't take much to get you obsessed with something, does it? Rank the chili cook-off by giving my girlfriend the ingredients to the winning recipe. Yeah, Roman, that's feel bad for the kid. I had another kid on our last day of practice pull up, like he was making some cuts, cutting to the D, and it just came up, and I was like, oh no. Thankfully, he doesn't need surgery. He's just got some tendon issues in his knee because his hamstrings are too tight. He's so short and just hasn't hit a growth spurt yet that it kind of feel bad for these kids at this age, like when they go through like a serious injury, because they're just playing the sport and it's just not something they're used to. Like they don't know that those type of injuries can really happen. Coach high school kids? No, I coach. My football team was 5th and 6th graders. I had 10 and 11-year-olds and a few 12-year-olds on my team that, they're 12, but they weighed so light that they were able to play down. But predominantly, I coach 10 to 11-year-olds. Baseball, I do 11. This year, I'll be doing 11 and 12. Basketball, I'll be doing 5th and 6th grade, just like I did with football. I'll tell you, this season was the most injuries I've ever seen with the kids. I don't know if it's because our organization had a year off because of COVID, we didn't play. And these bodies just didn't develop like they normally would, or what, or if it was just bad damn luck, which happens too with some of these injuries. I'm adding onions to mac and cheese. I'm throwing some meat in there too. There you go. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, Roman. It's nice helping these kids, and it's nice getting that extra time with my stepkids, because then it's just me and them. Like their mom's on the side, their dad's on the sideline. It's just me and them at practice. It kind of gets me to reinforce the bond with the stepkids. Like we're able to spend a lot of time together, and it's kind of one-on-one time, even though we're with our teammates. Yes, chili mac and cheese is always good. I love chili. I love mac and cheese. Put them together. I love that too. Can't go wrong. If anyone wants to make sure they have spices over the winter for chili baking, etc., get them now. Yeah, just about everything. Like it's so hard. I actually bought some of the stuff for Thanksgiving about 2-3 weeks ago. I told my wife's mom, I was like, you need to tell me whatever you need that you get out of a can. Cranberry sauce, all that type of stuff, before there's a potential shortage of that stuff too. If you want it on your table on Thanksgiving, let me know now and I will get it. So we already have a lot of that stuff in the fridge. So they're happy about that. Me, I don't care. I don't eat a lot of that stuff. Cranberry sauce. I could do without Thanksgiving.
Your wife is calling. Hang up. You wouldn't want what?
Yes, I know injuries. Yeah, they're rough, especially at that age. Pepper jack cheese. That's always a good one. I do like that. It's really great for the kid. Well, yeah, it's great. We truly enjoy it. Started off baseball just because I'm a baseball nut. Um, Live 2 years ago, turned into basketball just because wanted to help out and they needed coaches. They didn't have enough volunteers, so I did that. In football this year, I was supposed to be an assistant. Turned out we had record registration. Um, Without playing for a year, our organization had over 200 kids register. And when it comes to that 10, 11, 12 group, um, they would have had two very large teams, which would have meant a lot of kids didn't get playing time. So I volunteered to not be an assistant, to actually be a head coach of a third team. So we had three smaller teams of like 19, 20 kids, and we were able to get all those kids a lot of playing time. And that's why most pro players, when they get out of the college and they're pro sports. Yep. Shoot, Joel Embiid sat out his whole first year. Oof, that's painful. Thanks for that food. No, you can, and I do. But truly, when it comes to Thanksgiving, people say give thanks. And bye, Jennifer. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping in. Do people really look at Thanksgiving as giving thanks? I know they say it, but the two things everybody cares about that day are food and football. Not many people put the thanks up there in the top, which really is what it's supposed to be about, at least in my opinion. Because that's all you ever hear people talk about when it comes up. Like everybody right now, like, oh, when's dinner? Oh, what game's that day? Who are we watching? That's everybody's main focus when the actual holiday comes, I feel. And when it comes to the food, I'm just not a big Thanksgiving meal fan. I'm not a turkey fan. And a lot of the other stuff is just whatever. Like in my house, we actually do a turkey and a ham, just because one of the boys doesn't eat turkey as well. Elbow dislocated and knee. Ooh. Ouch. Gotta have pie. Yeah, a lot of people do. Me, I don't eat cooked fruit or that stuff. I'm not a pumpkin fan, so I actually don't eat pie. Tracy might not trust me now, Chris. I think Tracy's done trusting me. If she was starting to trust me. Now that I don't eat pie, I don't think she's gonna. Yeah, that elbow dislocated and a knee dislocation, that's whew. And yes, Misha, I'm grateful every day for everything. Don't need the one day. It's kind of like New Year's as well for me. I go, it's the start of a new year. Every day is the start of a new year. Tracy. Oh, that's funny. There are? Like what? Apple, pumpkin, lemon.
Warning. Your wife is calling.
I know, Chris. We just talked about this the other day. That's why you don't go live. Too much possibility of foot and mouth. Meat pies, true. I have heard of chocolate. I forgot about that one. I have heard of chocolate. As mentioned that I still play. And your ACL, Roman, and your meniscus. Whew. That's crazy. You hear that? That's funny. Yeah, the kids kept killing me because I had this ringtone that like your fiance is calling and whatever you don't want to have. I forget what it said, but it was something just like funny about you better call. And then this one, I found one with the wife, and it was like you don't want to have what happened last time happen again or something like that. She's not gonna be mad, Jen. She's just texting. It's the same alert for the text messages. She's trying to make sure I charge my jacket for tonight. I got one of those heated jackets. She bought it for me for football season, but never got truly cold enough for it. So I didn't use it. But tonight My stepdaughter has a soccer game at 8 o'clock tonight. 8 o'clock tonight. So it's going to be very cold, really cold. So she's like, you should charge your jacket and wear that. And test that out and see how it works. She got it at Walmart for clearance. I think she got it for like $30, $35 during the summer, during the spring.
Your wife is calling.
She was like, here, get this for football. It'll help. I'm like, I don't know. It might be too bulky. Buttermilk pie with chocolate pecans and coconut would knock your socks off. Interesting. Hopefully no more injuries, Roman. That's why he just walks around with a camera now, Misha. He just walks around slowly videotaping everybody and jumping in conversations. Right, Roman? I've seen you do that at the Goodwills, too. Meniscus is painful, man. I've heard. I know the return from stuff like ACLs and everything is painful, but I've heard people say meniscus sometimes could be worse just because of where the pain is. I've thankfully never had that, either one of them. Hopefully I don't. I mean, even at practices, I don't do much anymore. I'll kind of just go over the drill and have a kid demonstrate it, because usually I'll show my stepson drills beforehand, so I just have him show the kids, and then I'll just coach people along. Does walk with You know, I saw that in some of the videos from Dante's convention, where people would be talking and all of a sudden you just see Roman and he's right in their video, or he's just with a purpose, like right by them, going to the next person. You see him like he comes right up on the people, like bam, in your face. You said Roman still runs every day. Okay. All right. Good for you, Roman. I used to run track in college, and if I try to run now, I'm hurting. I had one game this year where, rookie move, I left the snacks for halftime in my trunk of the car, and my wife wasn't there. So I was like, fuck, I can't send her to go get the snacks. We were so far from the cars. I told the other coaches to start talking to the kids at halftime. I ran normal speed all the way to my car and back about 10 yards from them. I started like dying. Like, I took the snacks, like it was just saltines. I took the 3 of them, like the 3 packs, and just threw them at the kids. It's like, take these. I was like, they were playing shitty that day. Like, it was so hot, they were just flat. I was like, I just ran for you so you can have a snack. You guys better run for me out there now and start playing. And they were like, okay, coach, okay. Jumped a couple of times. Hey, Courtney, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. Misa was jumping out of the way all the time. Lost 3 pounds, still need another 41. Oof. I did. That's the halftime snack. They have us give the kids saltines and bananas. You know, just stuff to help replenish them. They get Gatorade, saltines, and bananas. They try to stay away from other stuff. We've given kids oranges before. Some of the kids that works, but we've had other kids too, I guess, where the acid and stuff from the oranges will go back to the game and they're like, Coach, I got to go to the bathroom. So we kind of keep it plain Jane, simple stuff. And they're like, yeah, apparently the salt from the saltines and then the bananas help get the kids ready to play again. That's that. So I always just go, just give them a Gatorade. They'll be fine. I don't remember ever eating snacks in the middle of a game, even halftime. But you do hear about NFL players doing it as well, having snacks. So I guess it's a thing. We used to give out fruit snacks. Yeah. Sometimes we'll see those afterwards at our soccer games with my daughter. She's younger, so her team still gives out, you know, after the game snacks. And sometimes you'll see fruit snacks. Usually it's just that big box of Lay's variety pack from Sam's Club, and we open it up. I know that's what we did on the week we had too. I'll run for a candy bar. There's not much I run for anymore. I try not to run if I don't have to. Let me fill this out. All right. So what has everybody got going on for this afternoon? Anything good? You've heard my boring afternoon. Oh, with the school winterfest, soccer. I'm still not looking forward to that soccer. That's just going to be so cold. Oh, that's funny. Something gnarly is going to be coming after us. And there you go. Everybody been warned. If you're ever with Glamis and she starts running, you better run. You better run. Got Johnny's auction in about 30 minutes. Oh, you're going to be on there today? That's awesome. Do you have anything good to put on that might get me to go watch an auction? I usually don't watch many of the auctions. I try to stop in them to at least say hi to people, to show a little bit of support. I don't know how lives work with the algorithm. If people see like the viewer count going up and YouTube pushes it, I really don't know. I won't even pretend to know. So I try to stop in, just add a couple things in the comments, say hi to people, and just show a little support. Saltines are sick people snacks. They go with soups. I agree, Jen. I agree. But apparently, sorry, my dog is over there barking in his sleep. He must be having one hell of a dream. Buying onions and mac and cheese. Misha, I hope you're not buying like a box of Kraft mac and cheese. I hope you're actually getting stuff to make a real mac and cheese. Can't wait to walk, let alone run. I'm sure that's true with you, Raz. I can't blame you. I hope one day you are doing both again. Seriously. Makeup lot includes some crazy good deals, I think, and some new tag items for presents. Okay. That's definitely a good auction to go on to and to sell that stuff. I'm sure with Johnny, you'll probably sell a good amount of that stuff. I'm gonna go wake this dog up. I'm not sure if he's hiccuping or he's actually just in his dream like barking. Dog always drinks water when I'm recording. Yeah, it's funny. He's woken us up sometimes during the night where he's just barking in his sleep. Like he just had a dream and he's barking and you could feel his legs moving. Right, Brody? You all right, bud? You okay? Got to check on him because the last couple of days he hasn't like been feeling too well. He's been just moping around a little bit, still eating and playing, but just moping around a little more than usual. Who do I think will win this year? That's a great question. It's hard to go against Tampa, but I don't like the odds of anybody winning 2 years in a row. The Packers, I could just see them finding a way to lose it in the playoffs. And the AFC, I just don't believe in a single team in the AFC. I just don't think the AFC is that good this year. Bengals are good, but they're young. They make tons of mistakes and they lose games they should not lose. Chiefs, yeah, that AFC just is garbage to me this year. It really is. Chris, you got a good point there. Rams are looking really good. If the Rams are a team that could stay healthy, they could be the team to overthrow Tampa in the playoffs. That's for sure. What's up, Tom Cruise? How you doing, buddy? How are you? No rehab for a week. That sucks. That sucks. Bills or Browns? Well, if that's the case, that means the NFC is going to be winning another championship because there ain't no way the Browns are winning a goddamn thing, Roman. Not at all. Not at all. What is even their record? Yeah, the 4-4 Browns. They ain't winning shit. Excuse my language, but they're not. Yeah, looking at the AFC, Buffalo's good. Baltimore Ravens, I just don't believe in them. Lamar's gotten a lot better, but he still just makes too many mistakes trying to do it all. You just expect to turn over at the most inopportune time. Tennessee, without Derrick Henry, they're done. Vegas, they're eventually just going to fall apart. Just too much is going on there. The Packers are doing good. And it's very surprising after how they started the year. After that week 1, everybody thought Rodgers was done and should retire, but everybody has a bad week, and he's proven it was just a bad week. Take the Browns to the Super Bowl. Exactly. It's exactly what it is. Take the Browns to the Super Bowl. Raiders just to stick it to Goodell. The Browns are close to the bottom again, Roman. I agree. I tell you though, I love Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is awesome. I have him on my fantasy teams. I love him. Yeah, Lamar, that kid has all the talent in the world to be a star. With his running ability, his passing ability, it's just he's got to just dial it down a notch. You don't always have to do everything. And when you try to do everything, that's when mistakes do happen. And I think that's when he tends to make the mistakes that can cost his team. Good thing is with his abilities, he can cost his team something. And if there's time, he can bring them right back, which we've seen this year. In Vegas and need rehab, I'd recommend Encompass. Okay. One of the Raiders win this year. Better go slap on some makeup yourself. All right. Well, good luck today. Hope you have some sales. I'm probably stopping at some point to say hi to everybody. Kareem Rush is also good. Nobody can stop the Brown running game. Now, their running game is very good. Passing game is Defense is okay. They're a mid-level team. There's nothing, though, that really stands out with them except the running game. I mean, I'd love to see the Browns succeed with all the damn number 1 draft picks they've had the last few years, all those top 5s. I would love to see them do well. But really, it just always winds up being the Browns being the Browns. It's kind of like the Mets being the Mets in baseball. No matter what they do early on, you expect them to fail by the end of the year. Sorry, Roman. That's just what it is. I think this might be one of the first times I've been talking sports and the viewer count didn't drop. It's usually the case when that goes that way. Is there anybody else on right now? Yeah. Sorry, let me send one more email. Oh, here it is. I don't disagree with you, Roman. Jets are horrible. They are always going to be horrible. They're the Jets. I fully expect that. And the Giants, as long as Gettleman's in charge, they will not do anything. They've got all the talent in the world right there. They're just not pieces that work together. If they could fix the O-line, they'd have a better chance. But with Gettleman there, the guy who loves his hog mollies, who would think he'd put together an offensive line, has done a pretty shitty job of it. I know, Jen, you're falling asleep. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Yeah, sports it's one of those things I would love to talk about more, but I know since I started off the channel being a reselling channel, which I also enjoy, I know it's hard to mix the two together. I would love to put out some occasional videos about sports and talking about things related to it. But I got to decide if I want to grow my channel instead of just having it being just, little fun time, killing the time, doing this for fun thing, then is that a good idea? I don't know. If I decide to do that second channel I was talking about earlier, where I do the sports card breaks, then I might do some talk on there because the 2 and 2 go together. But yeah, doing much sports talk on these just really isn't going to happen much. A little bit here and there on a live, just because we're talking about anything, and I'm trying to get those YouTube pennies. Yeah, Jen, I'm thinking about that because I did have some success with the sports card breaks that I had earlier when I first started the channel. Not a ton, but that's because I'm on reselling, but I know plenty of people would watch that, and I watch breaks all the time as well, and then mix in some sports talk because I always have plenty to say. A lot of people don't know. Yeah, Jen, it's the craze having 2 channels now. It's gonna all depend what I want out of this. I don't know. There's still a chance I might do all of it in one. It just depends if I think this can really grow into being a good channel, because we always hear it just takes 1 or 2 videos to pop off and you can go on a skyrocket. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. But sports, a lot of people don't know this. Like many years ago, mid 2000s, before the decade changed, I actually had a sports website back then when blogging was such a huge thing, and I talked about stuff all the time that's happening, rumors and breaking news, all that type of stuff on the website. And it actually did really well. There was a website at the time called Yardbarker. I'm not sure if they're still around. They kind of created a network where all these different blogs were a part of it, and they had your articles on their main webpage, but it linked back to yours. And they had contracts with like Fox Sports and others. And I had stuff that was on Fox Sports, Yahoo Sports, ESPN on their websites through this. So I used to talk sports a lot. It was a lot of fun. I stopped at the time because it became like a full-time job. And with me actually working and not making enough from that to actually treat it as a full-time, I kind of stopped and let it go. And I tried to get back into it a couple years ago, but that landscape had changed so much that I just didn't get any traction again. But it was a lot of fun. Like I had one time, the website was actually featured on one of the ESPN shows on ESPN2, which was really cool. Someone suggested I do a classical music humor channel. Hi, Nikki. How are you? Thanks for stopping in. Hey, Jen, how are you? Live breaks of any kind are hot right now. They are. They really are. I'm thinking about it, Jen. I mean, my goal right now is to get these YouTube pennies on this channel. Good Tim, he started that other sports channel. It's huge. Yeah, I watch him in Authentic a lot. Usually I watch Authentic because he's got the show about the New York Giants, the Giants overreaction. So I watch that every week. Now that football season is over for the youth, I'll actually have time to be able to watch when Tim is on, because it was always Tuesdays and Thursdays. And those 2 days I was at football practice. And then Sunday mornings are always busy at my house. For example, if Paul bought Odell Beckham for $5 at the Goodwill, how much do you think he can? Oh, Roman. An original Phantom of the Opera mask doing music videos. That might be a little creepy, Raz. Might be. Yeah, I know, Roman. I was watching that. Jake was being all stubborn. He didn't want to go to Times Square. He said we have to plan that for another day. Consider changing my channel into Pokemon openings and reviews, but I'm zero motivation mode when it comes to YouTube. Yeah, I fully understand that. I went through that during football season, even when I did have a break and an opportunity to upload some stuff. I just had nothing. I was just like, it was nice to take that break. I'm glad to be back now. But even the reselling stuff, I'm like, outside of the lives and doing a couple what's sold here and there, I don't know what I want to do pre-record wise now that yard sales are over. My last video, I kind of did like a picking and conversation type video, and I've gotten some good responses from that. So I might continue to do those, but even those, I can't see myself staying interested in that for a long time. It was easy to make, very easy to edit, but I don't know. Reselling videos are hard. You definitely do get burnt out after a little while and need a change of pace. What's up, Joe? How are you? Okay, he just didn't know how much to charge you for gas. Yeah, I mean, it's, and with the reseller space, it's kind of a little like what Lonnie said in one of his recent videos. How many other ways can you say? You source, you list, you sell, you ship. That's what it is. And for all of those, especially if you're not making money off of it, those videos are going to get a little boring after a while. And I think that's why you see so many start and then stop, or to start, take a break, and then come back. I plan on seeing it through, but I don't think if I do the sports channel, I will stop this one because I enjoy this too. I think it's just fun documenting the journey of all this reselling stuff. It just gives me something to do in the evenings when there's no sports going on and everyone else is in bed and I don't feel like going to sleep yet. So what's going on, Joe? You got any sports this weekend? Kids gonna have you running around? Football here is done. We got soccer tonight, Joe, and after that, the weekend's over and I am off of sports till basketball season. Our last night is tonight of soccer, and then it's done. Just end of the year party for soccer, end of the year party for football, and it's just holidays. Oh. So what time is it? 1:30. Definitely killed a good amount of time so far. So yeah, with this pop-up live series, this is pretty much what I'm going to be doing, guys. Is just popping on when I'm doing some work and it's a little bit slower and not many people on. Kill some time for an hour, 2 hours, depending on what time I get on. Soccer tonight and baseball tournament in Rehoboth. All right. Hopefully he doesn't have any early games. Is it supposed to be as cold down there as it is in Philly this weekend? Our soccer game tonight starts at 8 o'clock. And it's for 9 and 10-year-olds. So that is going to be painful to watch that. Jake just needs to take us on a ride next time to all New York neighborhoods. I think Crowan's been trying to take them out. Crowan will let him turn on the phone and tape them. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. We were talking about Joe earlier. Joe, no one wants to create the Philly meetup. No one wants to take the time to do that, and you were nominated for that. We kind of figured, you know, it's YouTube, eBay related, so you might be good at that and remembering everything that needs to get done. It's not like turning on the crock pot or getting the milk. So we think you could be good for that. Would you set that up for us? Yeah, take one for the team, Joe. Yeah, we were all talking about the many meetups that have gone on the past few months, and you know, some people would like a Philadelphia one. So maybe we can get that going. Maybe Riley could put it together. Oh, that's funny. Riley. So Joe, are you going to be hitting up more of these flea markets now that the yard sales are dying down? If so, I think I definitely need to get up with you and take a look at these, because I haven't been to any of the flea markets in our area. So I'm sure you can show me some of the ones that are better around here. I'm sure I will forget to do something. See, Joe, and that's where we were talking about. It's YouTube or eBay related. And according to Lauren, you don't forget that stuff. So we think, even with everything you've got going on, you might have the best memory out of all of us. More faith in Riley. Oh, all right. Well, I guess we should send Paul back on the hunt to get that going. He's already up about, what, 20 hours a day. He can squeeze that in. All right. So did anybody go to Walmart today for their Black Friday deals way before Black Friday? Or Kohl's? My wife was trying to get me to get Kohl's stuff this weekend with her. And I'm like, it's not Black Friday. She's like, Black Friday deals. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it's just sales. It's not their Black Friday stuff yet, even if they may promote it that way. So I have a feeling we might wind up there getting some stuff that just is needed in general, not necessarily for Christmas. Stuff like, you know, new winter coats for the kids, that kind of stuff. Flea markets are hit or miss around here. The one today, only bought one thing. Okay. Have you ever been to the one up in Trevose? I see that advertised all the time for Sundays. But never went. I just know because I'm up in that area sometimes. Paul Philly was there earlier. Yes, he was. Philly Flipper was here earlier. And he quickly nominated you, Joe. I agreed with him. Not going to throw him under the bus. I did agree. But, yeah. It could be true rumor, and I got out late today. Yeah, even with these Black Friday deals, like I haven't seen anything so far that's made me go, wow, I've got to go out today. That's something I need, or that's something I know I can resell for more. Obviously, you can sell it for more, but for the profit margin I'd want, it's not worth the time. I like my cheap stuff that I could sell marked up pretty good. My yard sale and thrift store stuff. All right, sorry. Yeah, anybody that's come in now, if I ever get quiet or anything for a moment, it's because I am doing work at my regular job as well while we're on this live. So at times I've had to respond to some emails and do a little bit of work at the same time. Jen's excited about Thanksgiving and the turkey meal. I was actually thinking about what to smoke this year for Thanksgiving. Last year, I think, you know what? Last year we didn't do turkey and ham. I smoked a roast beef to go with the turkey. Maybe I'll get brisket this year. I think I might do that. I haven't had brisket in a while. And it's a good opportunity to smoke. I love using the smoker. Roman was at the bins today, only got 6 things, put everything else back. Had like 30 things. Okay, so you got about 20% of the stuff you looked at. It's not too bad of a ratio, right? I don't know. I don't do the Goodwill bins. I've tried the one in Montgomeryville, which is about 10, 15 minutes from me. Most of the stuff is pretty crappy. You don't see the craziness that I've heard of other ones, but the stuff inside of it just isn't that good. Don't let the turkey run away. Trevose has died off a little. A lot of the vendors go to the Roosevelt Mall. Okay. Now, are these going to be outdoors throughout the winter in our area, or do some of these places just wind up finding a local local place and setting up inside, or they just kind of take off. Definitely completely new to this flea market thing. Oh, Amazon bins. Yeah, see, we don't even have those up here in the Mid-Atlantic. It's just simply not a thing. We keep hearing rumors that there's going to be one, you know, whenever there's like an empty building that was like formerly a supermarket or something, but never materializes. We have not seen a Amazon bin store up here. I'm sure if you find one in this area, if they wind up building one, it would be nuts. Just that's how much this area does want some Amazon bin stores. Dropping that turkey in the Traeger. Nice. I have a Pit Boss. I don't have the Traeger. I have a Pit Boss. But they're both pretty much similar. Same thing. Roosevelt closes in December. I was thinking about maybe stopping at one of them, at one of these flea markets tomorrow. Gonna try a couple yard sales up in Warminster area. See if they actually put their stuff out. I know if it was me and I wake up tomorrow and it's 30 degrees, I would not be putting anything else out. I would be like, whatever, it's too cold. Amazon bin stoners put their stuff on pallets from Target and Walmart. Like a lot of stuff is open. They're missing things from the box. I'm sure there's a lot of junk in there, and they find people that will take it too. I mean, at the price, I could say it's a $4 day and something's missing like 2 pieces. They'll probably still pick it up and try to sell for parts, right? When in doubt, part it out. That's what it is, right? I don't want to do that. I think the Pit Boss is a better all around. Okay. Yeah, if somebody else bought it, you definitely can't complain at all. How long have you had yours? I've had my Pit Boss now for probably almost 2 years. I absolutely love the thing. Every couple months we'll do ribs and pulled pork. Did burgers one time in it, and that was different. It's a different texture, but oh my God, the smoked burgers, they were so good. That was definitely one of the better burgers I've ever had. It was really good. But yeah, usually with me, it's a lot of ribs and a lot of pulled porks. Every once in a while, a roast beef or a brisket, but brisket. My problem with that is I wake up so early to start it, and then just to continuously check on it. A lot of these things, if it takes more than like 6 to 8 hours to cook, by the time it's dinner time, I'm like, I barely eat. I only have a little bit and then I'm done. Has it been started? I think it's called Lucky 7. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I have to look into that. Even if it's not good things, I'd love to just check it out and see what they got. Just to see what might be in store if we ever get one of these better companies to come up here. Are any of them actually better companies? They're all just buying pallets and selling the junk. I wonder how low they get those pallets of goods for. I mean, to be able to sell them at the prices they sell the stuff for, like, what are they actually paying for it? Sorry. Now the emails are starting to come in, of course. It's the later part of the day on a Friday, right? That's when people want to start emailing me. Oh, the old Models. Okay. I heard they just finally put something in that Sears down there. The new Giants coming in down Boston and Cotman. Almost a year. It's brilliantly easing, and I love not getting stunk up of smoke. Oh my God, yes, Jen. I had a buddy who He's from Kansas City, so he smoked the traditional way, like, you know, always adding in full wood pieces, and we would sit out there all day and smoke. And I would come home smelling like a smokehouse. It was crazy. Like, it's not a bad smell, but when you're sitting there late at night watching TV and you still smell like it, it's like, oh my God. It's still, even my smoker though with the Pit Boss, for quite a few hours afterwards, I definitely smell like I've been smoking stuff. I mean, it definitely is, but I think Pit Boss is a better bang for your buck and just as good. Okay. Yeah, they're both pretty good products. They're both definitely do their job. Mine is a pretty big one. What if most I've had on there before? I've had 4 racks of ribs, 2 whole chickens, and then I had the grate up top loaded up with corn all the way across. So I can fit quite a bit on mine. Usually I don't have the top rack in, but when I do the corn, like, I'll throw that in. But yeah, we had 2 whole chickens and 4 racks of ribs. So that was a lot of food. We had that, I think that was Memorial Day or 4th of July, one of the two. I did that. I've actually done it a few times, and people love it. It's always nice too to smoke all that food, and then when people come over to eat, everybody enjoys it. Like, it makes, like, even though I'm dead tired after all the work, it's good to see people enjoying the hard work. No. All right. Okay. Can you imagine if Roman? Imagine if Krillin opens an Why would Krillin open an Amazon bin store, Roman? Why? What's Krillin going to do with an Amazon bin store? That's just silly. He just wanted to get out of the barbecuing. That would make sense. That totally would, Jen. I know with me, I prefer it because I'd rather, even though with the amount of time it takes to do that, I'd rather have people over, make ribs, make chicken, make pulled pork, all of that, and spend all day smoking than actually sitting over the grill for a half hour or whatever, making burgers and hot dogs. I'd actually rather spend the whole day barbecuing and smoking than just having a simple little cookout. I mean, the food's just so much better. So much better. ATL Flipper, what's going on? Derek, how are you? How's your Friday going? David, you're still here, David. I appreciate it, bud. What are you up to about there? Almost 7 o'clock now? You have anything good going on for your Friday night? Yeah, Derek, I am currently doing some work for my full-time job, just chatting while I do it. Closing in on 1,000 subs now, so trying to catch up on those watch hours. We're still about almost 1,800 hours short, so gonna knock out some lives over the next few weeks, try to close that gap a little bit. Don't sleep on Krillin. He may eventually solo stock. Oh, I have no doubts that that might happen. I just don't know why he'd want to open an Amazon bin store. That's all. It's going great. Just leaving the that's awesome. That is awesome that you're able to go down to that. Super crazy, I'm sure. I still remember in 08 when Phillies won. If Joe's here, I'm sure Joe can tell you too. Like, that was bananas here. And you guys hadn't won since, what was it, 95? Since Atlanta last won? So yeah, that had to be a crazy party down there today, and I'm sure it's going to go into the night. I'm sure of that. Recorded is only now my channel. That's awesome. I'm definitely going to watch that later today when that's up. That's pretty cool. I went to the Cavs parade. See, I haven't been to any. Even that Phillies one. Trying to remember, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty cold that day, I think. Don't remember, but I didn't go down. I think, or couldn't get off work, something like that. But I didn't go to the Phillies one. Eagles, I hate the Eagles, so there was no way in hell I was going to theirs. But yeah, you can see it on TV. Like you could tell it was just crazy. And I had so many friends that had gone to both of them and just talked about the craziness. No problem. Nearly 7. Not much going on tonight. Heading out to a wedding party tomorrow. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Phillies and Eagles parades were awesome. Yeah, everything I've heard from the people that went down. The Phillies, I don't know why. I'm still trying to remember why I didn't go. I think I might have been working. Had to be. And then the next year with the Yankees, I just didn't go up to New York because I just hate the cold. And I wasn't taking the trip up. Yes, they did, Roman. Yes, they did. Long time ago. Can't believe it's already been a decade since the Giants last won a Super Bowl. Time truly flies. Yeah, Eagles were recently. So many people, I think all those people may be full-time. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the number is going to be on how many people were out there for that. I always wonder how they come up with these estimates of how many people were at these parades. I know they kind of use just like photos. They see like the streets, and it's like a whole science on how they figure it out. They were talking about it with the Eagles parade here. Like they look at the overhead shots and they know what, a rough estimate of how many people you can fit width-wise, length-wise in an area, and they come up with their estimates that way. But it's just crazy to see the science that's put behind trying to just figure out how many people were at a parade or how many people were at an event. I guess you kind of use science for everything now, science and math. All right. Yeah, that could be too. Yeah, because there's sometimes you could see it and they're like, oh, 1 million people. And you look at it, they're like, no way, there's 1 million people. 100,000? Looks like it might be able to be more. But you never truly know. You never will. But it's kind of cool how they figure it out. All right, so I am pretty much hitting the 2-hour mark now, and I'm getting hungry. So I'm going to go get some lunch. I would get lunch and eat on here, but I kind of hate when I see other people on camera eating and talking. So I'm not going to do something I hate. So I will catch you guys later tonight and this weekend and other chats. And who knows, if I get a chance, I might pop up this weekend. So have a good day, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.